Psychology says one of the quietest emotional wounds isn't being rejected. It's being the backup. The second option, the if nothing else works person. The one people choose only when someone else leaves. If you were rarely the first call, rarely the priority, rarely someone's automatic choice, that doesn't just hurt. It rewires how you relate to people. Here's what that does to the mind. First, you develop emotional radar. When someone grows up feeling like an option, the brain becomes hyperalert to subtle shifts. Psychology calls this heightened rejection sensitivity. You notice delayed replies, shorter messages, tone changes no one else catches, not because you're dramatic, but because your brain learned that replacement doesn't come with warning. It comes quietly, so you started scanning for it. Second, you stopped expecting emotional security. Research in developmental psychology shows that inconsistent support trains the brain towards self-reliance. When reassurance feels unstable, you stop depending on it. You handle problems alone. You process disappointment privately. You don't ask for comfort even when you need it. It's not pride. It's adaptation. You learned early that depending too much leads to letdowns. Third, you try to become unforgettable. Attachment theory explains this clearly. When someone feels easily replaceable, they often overcompensate. They give more effort, more loyalty, more understanding. They become the easy one, the supportive one, the one who tolerates more than they should, not because they lack value, but because they're trying to secure it. Fourth, you minimize your own needs. There's a subtle belief that forms. If I'm too much, I'll be swapped. So you avoid conflict, you downplay hurt, you accept less than you deserve, not because you're weak, but because staying chosen feels safer than being honest. And sometimes you confuse peace with silence. Fifth, you become emotionally resilient. Here's what most people don't see. Repeated exclusion builds endurance. Studies on resilience show that people exposed to chronic social disappointment often develop high emotional tolerance. You don't panic when plans fall through. You don't collapse when someone pulls away. You've survived it before. Your strength is quiet. It doesn't demand attention. It just keeps going. Sixth, you value consistency over intensity. When affection has been unstable, the brain stops chasing excitement. It starts craving reliability. You don't want dramatic love. You want dependable love. You don't want to be chosen once. You want to be chosen repeatedly. Because being someone's option teaches you that intensity fades. But consistency stays. If this felt personal, it's not random. The mind adapts to patterns. And once you recognize the pattern, something shifts. You stop blaming yourself for being too sensitive. You stop chasing people who treat you as temporary. And you start choosing environments where you're not competing for importance. If you want more psychology-based insights that explain behavior beneath the surface, subscribe. Because understanding the pattern is the first step to breaking it.